What up? This is your boy Doboy.
And I am Patrick Cloud.
And this is another installment of The Internet is Undefeated with our special guest.
Woo!
Hey guys, to hear more.
To hear more.
Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, it's great. Would you like to hear more?
Oh, Jesus.
You like that one?
Is it too late? Can
No,
we unplug this?
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Man,
Man.
LA has been weird lately,
LA
right?
has been
Very
weird.
somber energy around the city. It's been definitely a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's heavy. I saw a meme that described it perfectly. It was like LA feels like when somebody like dies and you go into their house afterwards.
That
Like
feeling.
that's how LA
Yeah,
feels.
it does.
Damn.
Like it's just like kind of.
It's a different energy.
yeah.
It's super weird.
That's weird. That's a great analogy, but it's kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like driving around. It's just like, man. And you
The whole
could
city.
you could just feel
can
it.
feel it.
It's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
different. It's just different.
It's
Yeah.
a moving force in the city.
So yeah, today would be Nipsey Hussle's memorial service at the Staples Center. Sold out in minutes. Like
20 minutes,
I know
I think,
people
so,
who were like
Waiting,
waiting in
yeah.
line and just did not get it, which is crazy. That's powerful.
Staples Center is a big place.
To have your funeral, that's
my God,
wild. So
yeah.
to sell out a stadium, like that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, his impact is very, very clear at this point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But on the other side of that coin, I think
Ah.
the biggest thing in the news right now is that
Fuckery.
people are really reselling these tickets
I
like they
hate
are
niggas.
shoes.
I want to unsubscribe to niggas forever. Niggas have reached
Yeah.
a new low, and that's saying a lot for niggas.
That's saying a lot
Bro.
for you. You say
Nigga.
that about niggas.
Bruh, what is wrong
Bro.
with people?
Here's the thing, though. Anytime you give niggas an opportunity to nig, niggas gonna nig.
Niggas be nigging.
It
Niggas
is
gonna
the-
nig.
Why
And
would you want to resell something someone gave to you for free?
It doesn't even look right. Like they got the stadium tickets like it's a basketball game with the seats highlighted and it says $500 for, and then it says celebration of life. It's like this
And then-
doesn't even match.
And then niggas be trying to make it seem better, like, hey guys, I got these tickets that didn't know I had to go out of town. I'll be letting them go for
Oh, there's
4 for
backstory.
500
Right.
head ass.
If you got it for free and this is someone's passing and to try to market it or
It's
profit it off of it, you are a lousy
I don't even
individual.
understand, and it's just
It's so
I
wild.
hope your father has to pass a kidney stone.
ooh, that
Yeah.
hurts.
Why not just them? Why put
Yeah,
it
why
on
gotta
the
be
black?
their
Nah,
father?
man.
What did their
Nah,
father
nah,
do?
nah,
Because he didn't
man.
raise him right?
The sons will pay for the sins of their father and vice versa.
Got you.
Ouch, kidney stones? you
Yeah,
guys ever had a
man.
kidney stone?
No, I had a friend of mine have him. He said it was like pissing out a baseball
Yeah.
out of a little hole. That little hole.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't know they got that big.
Baseball. Yeah.
No, it's just the feeling. They don't get that big. They're just like,
You've had one before?
Ah,
no.
My poor penis.
My father did though. My stepfather
Ugh.
did. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so somebody wished what you just wished on you.
yeah.
On your father. That's it. And you want
That's
that for someone else's father.
Hey man, they're a
Sick
lousy
individual you
They're
are.
a lousy individual for selling tickets to a funeral.
For real, that's true. And
I mean,
you know what
that,
the worst
that just
part
sounds
is?
horrible.
The worst
It
part
does.
is they probably use those little robots that they use for the new
shoes?
shoes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that just buy up a whole
bots.
bunch. So it's like you got people that were really trying to go and actually support, and now like $400, $500. That's not even reasonable. You got them for free.
Niggas.
Niggas is charging Beyonce prices for a funeral.
Man.
And you know what's scary? Because the Staples Center's like right around here. I want to go up there, but I'm afraid I'm gonna see like scalpers like actually trying to sell tickets physically
Yeah.
there.
Somebody gonna sock him out.
I feel like there's gonna be too many
Somebody
Crips
gonna
there.
sock 'em out,
Way
yeah.
too many Crips there.
Crips ain't having that.
Yeah.
But they're going to they're saying that Nipsey's gonna have one last victory lap. They're gonna take his body from downtown all the way to South Central.
And I
It's
heard
gonna
that
be
they're
kinda like a parade.
renaming Crenshaw Avenue to Nipsey Hussle.
Yes,
Avenue.
isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
They got
That's
the paperwork started, so we shall see.
That's amazing. And you know what was like, just to bring a little bit of positivity to the whole situation, did you guys see the little clip of his mom speaking about him?
That was powerful.
Makes you feel a little bit better about the situation, you know what I'm saying? And she
It
was basically
does.
saying, like, just talking about her son and just to not see her all, and then her imploring people not to be down because that's not what her son would have
That's
wanted.
his mom, so
Yeah.
you gotta.
It just made me feel good because I've been like, I don't know if you guys have been doing this, but like I've been going back just watching old Nipsey interviews. He was just such a great spirit.
It just makes no
man.
sense, man. It's
Yeah.
so crazy that's who we lost, and it's wild because I'm glad you brought up his mom. You know how that saying where it's like, if you're strong, it makes other people strong. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like that's like the prime example of it because when you see the mom talking
Yeah.
like that,
Right.
then you're just like, man, I can't really feel bad. So
Exactly.
I'm
it
just
kinda
happy
goes-
that so much positivity has come from such a negative
Absolutely.
event.
Oh yeah, you saw the gang unity.
The gang
Right.
unity day. That was
That
huge.
never happens in Los Angeles. Like
Yeah.
that's
I was gonna say that's huge for anywhere, but for LA, that is. I mean, that was a monumental day.
absolutely, man. So it's just I just felt like everything that he stood for, the things that he was teaching, like entrepreneurship and black ownership, and you know what I'm saying. I just feel like that message has just hit so many people. I feel like his message will just live on forever, and that's just a positive.
You could tell so many
Definitely.
people mess with him because you saw that even Craigslist started pulling.
People
the
trying to sell
company
the
started
tickets.
pulling ads and posts about the tickets being sold.
Oh,
So they
word.
actually got in on it. They was just like, nah.
And it's just been like a
just-
bunch of different cities that have been having like visuals for
They
him.
did
like
it in
it's
New Orleans, they did it in St. Louis.
they did one in
Houston,
Seattle.
New York.
Oh, I didn't know Seattle. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of man. It's just like it's
That's
a lot of
huge.
love,
That
man.
is
So
crazy.
I think
they
for
did
him,
it in the sack too. Low-key.
What?
Yeah, they think they did it in the sack.
that's
too.
just a good thing, man. I just feel like just to be able to have that type of positive impact and just be spoken so highly. Everybody speaks highly about Nipsey. That's why I think the Kodak Black thing just got.
That was my
Oh,
next
my
shit.
God.
That's why
That's
when
the
I saw
nigga
that, I was just like, ew.
I'm just done with that guy. Like, and I've already.
Have you changed your ringtone? 'Cause I
ew.
know that was your ringtone for a
Shut
second.
up.
Was
Shut
it?
up. Hell no.
Zeke
I
is his
just, you
ringtone.
know, and for people who don't know, he made some very disrespectful comments toward
Yeah.
the late Nipsey Hussle's, girlfriend,
I don't even wanna
Laura
say
London.
it. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
It was just some shit that just didn't need to be said.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
was just some stupid nigga, and people were wondering why people were getting so upset. It's a different level of respect when it's that soon after somebody has passed away. And I know that he had already done a lot of different
did a
shit.
lot of fuck shit.
And people were saying like, well, why didn't you? I really hate it when people do that. That whole what about culture.
yeah. Oh my
It's like,
God!
well,
You
what
saw the
about
stuff,
this? Like,
the Cardi
shut
B,
up.
like y'all mad at
Yeah.
Kodak Black. Well, what about Cardi B? She
man,
did all of this. It's like
I
shut
hate
up.
that. It's just the fact that this is a dude who has continuously said stupid, questionable,
yeah.
disrespectful shit. And this time he went too far. I was glad the stance that people took. Radio
Man.
stations that pulled his music. Not that he even has that much good music out anyway, but the fact that they did take a stand and other people spoke out against it because
They took
That was just
his pictures down out of the Trap Museum. In the,
And then-
Shout out to
and
Ti.
then- and then with the whole him going back and forth with T.I., now he trying call T.I. I was like, bro,
Why are
I'm
we
in Georgia
disrespecting
right
Ti
now.
at this point?
I'm Georgia. Man,
if you make a mistake, bro, just be like, hey, my bad. Like,
Right.
because you just.
Because it
you
was
make-
a backhanded apology.
Right.
Like if I offended you, my
Yeah.
bad. I
But
don't
I
think
know
I
I didn't.
didn't.
Yeah,
like
it's
nigga,
like-
just it's like
And anybody else trying to it's just niggas always got to be so tough. Like,
Yeah.
bro, why can't you just
bless you.
and that's the thing that I think is wrong with the younger generation. Why can't you just take scolding from an OG? It's okay. Who cares if it's public? Just
Right.
all you had to be was like, you know what? I'm glad the big homie pulled me to I was wrong for that. But no, niggas
Ego.
always want to be tough,
Ego.
bravado, and bro, I don't feel like he should probably cancel whatever shows he had in LA because niggas
Yeah.
is upset. Niggas don't
I saw
play
a couple
that.
posts.
Yeah, like bro, just because I don't want to see nobody get hurt.
Right. That's
Maybe
what
you
I
should
didn't
stay out of
want.
LA.
I didn't want something negative to come from that after all of this positivity.
Right.
Like you see something negative happen and impact this situation, and that casts a larger shadow off of everything else. That
Right.
happened.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
'Cause
But yeah,
that can get ugly.
Kodak should have been canceled. Like
Yeah.
first of all, you can't talk about dark skinned women around me. Like I'm a down that shit immediately.
Right.
I love chocolate women.
Yeah.
So you sit up there
Absolutely.
and disrespect them, nigga. We got a problem automatically.
Yeah, so he did that. Then plus, nigga, you got a whole rape case right now. Like
Rape case.
Then the whole thing with Young and May, like
Yeah,
you starting to come
he's
off
just
like
a whole
real
weirdo out
creepy
here.
nigga,
and you
bruh.
can't keep blaming it on his youth, his age. A lot of people
Nah.
like, yo, you're young. You just nah, fuck that. You old enough to know better.
You 21 years old.
Once you
nigga.
done been in jail,
Is he
you
21?
old enough to know
He's
better.
21.
He is 37 in the face.
Yeah, that nigga face
Oh, yeah,
like
that-
an old catcher's mitt.
He like a dirty
Oh,
frog.
Satchel Paige
What's
looking
up?
boy.
He definitely looks like a dirty bullfrog. I don't like him.
I'm just
Those
saying.
eyes, he just like you
And
about
then
to
he's
rip
just
it all over
always
the
just,
track.
it's like, nigga, you don't always have to speak. You don't always have to open your mouth and let shit come out. Just shut the fuck up.
He don't speak a lot. He'll go live and he'll just be looking at his
I just, man.
ugly ass little boy.
So
God,
yeah, man. He's. I mean, I know, like like we be getting sick of cancel culture, but he's canceled to me
Oh man.
because he was just already showing too much.
Well, to come out and say you rap better than he said he was better than Biggie and Pac. Then he said he was better than
he was
Wayne.
disrespecting Lil Wayne for a
Yeah.
long time. Then he disrespected Lil Wayne's daughter at the club.
That
Yeah.
nigga don't give a shit.
No,
he
he
don't give
don't.
a shit about anything.
But I don't know, cause like Thug disrespected Wayne and the whole Barter 3 shit, and everybody
We be
accepted him
forgetting
back.
about that.
I didn't. I don't never like when I cancel.
that
motherfucker,
sucks,
I
but
be
Young
canceling.
Thug is not. Is still on top. Young Thug is dope.
I don't know.
Is he?
I don't think he's
Yes.
popping like he used to be popping.
He's not.
Young
Neither is
Thug
neither is
changed
Future.
rap.
He changed rap. I'll give you that. But I mean, he's not popping like he used to be.
Neither is Future.
Maybe, but
Yeah, I don't
still,
think Future popping like that anymore either.
I heard some snippets that were pretty fire.
of a new project.
Young Thug, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
cool.
know, man. He kind of.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, man. He hasn't really like kind of wowed me in a while.
I ain't
Who?
seen no growth in
Young
Thug.
Thug.
I ain't seen no growth in Thug whatsoever.
He stupid.
You just like that nigga. You just like that nigga because you wear dresses on the low.
Shut
too.
up. I knew it. Why did I even set
I
myself
fucks
up
with
for that?
Thug.
I should have
like
just
the way
been like,
niggas style
I should have
is.
just been like, yeah, Thug cool. Let it slide. Speaking of weirdos, I guess. Y'all saw Magic?
Man, what the fuck wrong with
Dip.
Magic, man?
Magic Johnson has
Magic was like, I ain't got time for this work shit. Work. Work. I just want to put my name on things. He didn't want to actually do anything.
Well, he said that he could never fully commit to being the Lakers president of basketball operations.
Then
which
why
is
did
weird
you
to
commit
take
to
the
being the
president of
president of
operations.
basketball?
Absolutely.
Have you seen the check?
But it's weird. He said he came to the realization that he wasn't doing the job well and he wasn't happy doing it.
Well, I appreciate that though, because a lot of the motherfuckers would have just stayed in the position, took the job, and then you would see the fruits of their labor of lack of labor. So I appreciate that he had the wherewithal to just be like, yo, I can't.
Well, I mean, here's my thing with that. You said I wasn't doing the job well and I wasn't happy doing it. Who's happy fucking up?
Like anybody's gonna be like, I'm doing a terrible job and I love it.
I'm terrible at this job, but I clock in happy every day. He's unhappy because he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He don't know how to fucking do it.
You know who got to be the most pissed? LeBron.
Listen,
That nigga he met with him at midnight on the free agency hit. They had a long ass discussion and he signed. A year later, that nigga Magic was like, "Damn."
Magic thought this shit was going to be cruise control. He's like, you
Absolutely.
signed LeBron, like, oh, we good. Finals.
You know what it
This is
really
the first
was?
finals that LeBron James has never been in 13 years.
Damn.
The first finals he's never been in.
You know
That's
what the
crazy.
problem is? He thought that he could work his magic in the front office.
Oh, my.
As soon as you said you know what his problem
I knew it was
is,
going to be a horrible
I knew it was
pun.
bad.
Yeah.
I knew it was bad.
That nigga, man, I don't know what is going through his mind.
Well,
Like,
that's the
nigga, I don't
funniest
wanna do
part.
this.
I be trying to picture his like day-to-day life where he's just like, shit, I
Nigga.
can't do this.
like,
I
what the
can't
fuck
do
is
this.
so hard that you can't make some basketball decisions? I ain't no happy no more. I want to leave.
But it's just like it's
the
the Lakers.
place.
It runs itself. What are you marketing the Lakers?
The
Oh, I
fucked
didn't
up
know.
part
What's the
is he
Lakers?
coming off-
What is this? Let me check it out.
They said the day before he met with Jeannie Buss and they had a 3-hour conversation. Nigga mentioned nothing about quitting.
Are you
He was just
serious?
saying like, next year's gonna be great. Next day the news come out, I don't want to be here no more.
No way.
I leave her today.
What?
He dropped a surprise
Abracadabra.
album. He did.
Nigga,
Wow, 3 hours? What?
the Lakers are a goddamn mess right now.
They are.
He was over there talking about the next jersey designs and shit. Like, oh yeah,
this gonna be
the
great.
red.
I
Fire.
won't be here anymore.
Fire.
Nigga, the Lakers
changing
are
our
a
colors?
mess.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball getting robbed by his business partners. Brandon Ingram got finished for the rest of the year. Fucking LeBron got
LeBron's
an
finished for
injury.
the rest of the year, season.
Rondo still looked like Skeletor.
I mean, that ain't gonna change. That nigga had to take somebody else's
You know
face.
what I'm saying? That nigga face looked like it's trying to get out of his skin. It's like, nigga, why is your jawbone so protrusive?
That nigga's like the
That nigga was
poster
running
child for
super
cocaine.
fast.
Like, you can do it too. You can still be athletic.
Them niggas.
That nigga gonna get it. We too close to the stadium. That nigga gonna find you and sock you out for that.
Beat the
Luke
shit out of all
Walton.
three of us at once.
That shit
You
is.
see how long his arms are?
That nigga
He'll
is
punch the
lying.
cameraman from here. Shut up.
Oh, Dawn Z.
I said cut.
I don't know what the fuck the Lakers are gonna do. Look at LeBron over there looking stupid.
Man, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to bring in like Kareem for the next president.
What Kareem gonna do?
It's got to be another Laker legend. You can't just Jeff White, just some dude. Well, actually, he already
That
sounds
just sound
competent.
like a nigga
He
that's
sounds
gonna do-
competent as fuck.
Jeff White sound like a nigga that's gonna constitute some change. They got Jeff White. Oh well, things have definitely changed. The scales have tipped in their favor. Jeff White's there, clearly.
LA is just weird right now, man.
Oh fuck.
That nigga said, "I'm good on this
That
shit."
nigga dip set.
We are just
Yeah.
weird.
So
right
yeah,
now.
that was just
I don't
some.
know how to feel.
That was just unexpected on the last day of the season too.
Yeah. What better to do?
I know, right?
Nigga was like Dirk Nowitzki was trying to give his speech like, yeah. What the Magic just quit? What the fuck?
Nigga,
That was a mic drop.
that was the last day of school. He's like, yeah, I ain't coming back next semester. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
He has a
private school.
statue outside. That's awkward as hell.
Nah, I'm still gonna be there.
Clearly.
That nigga.
That nigga hit us with a
But I think
buzzer
you
beater.
know, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't really want to address. You know who the common denominator is?
Who?
LeBron.
What
They
you
say
think?
he's like they're calling him La Drama. It's a lot
Hilarious.
going on with LeBron. He brings a lot of
It's not very clever, but
I know.
drama.
It really is.
Doesn't even flow well.
It really does. It's
That
a
was
whole
a tongue twister. La drama. What? Wait.
But the thing is like
LeBron drama.
nobody apparently wants to come play with him. Like he has the reputation that he'll get you fired because he'd be cool with the coaches and the general
Oh,
managers.
so you think he pushed Magic out?
I'm
Nah,
just saying.
I don't
I don't want to
think
say he
that.
pushed him out. I'm just saying that I think that it's a lot playing or coaching or being associated with the LeBron franchise. Because he's getting older. It's almost, remember like when Brett Favre was just shitting to them last couple years, and it was just like, oh, nigga, go sit down.
And he was just grumpy.
Yeah, and then he was
LeBron
like, he
James
didn't want
was
to
grumpy.
get.
Y'all turn on niggas so fast, bro.
I'm just
Who's
saying,
y'all?
I'm not turning on. I'm just saying that
sports fans.
Oh.
it might not be as easy to have him on your team.
Yeah.
You
This
think he was
seems like a
teasing
bunch
Magic?
of mess.
Hey, shut up, Magic. You're fat. You fat ass. What, you gonna cry?
That is. Cry, little baby, cry.
Oh, is that a new suit, Magic? Oh, you stupid ass suit, Magic.
so
You
big.
stupid ass Magic.
Dumb Magic.
Next day, I'm not happy here. I am not happy being
Because he got
the
roasted.
Lakers.
He roasted that
Yeah, he
nigga.
could never make it here.
That nigga
The
was
drama
gone.
strikes again.
La drama.
Stupid ass
That
Magic.
really was a bad play on La
It
Drama.
was bad.
I said it like it was clever.
You
So they
did.
were saying La Drama. That's
You had
stupid.
faith in it.
It
I was
is.
like, that is
It is
a
La
mouthful.
Drama.
Pause.
Maybe La Drum. That's a little bit
Yeah,
better.
that's a little better.
But La Drama is
But
like,
you need the drama. You need the
Yeah,
A at the
that
end.
was-
LeBron drama.
yeah.
Drama LeBron.
Drama
What?
LeBron.
What?
That's at least
Drama?
it's more fun to say.
Drama LeBron. Drama LeBron. LeBron. Oh. La 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 drama. La 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 drama.
He had that in the chamber.
La la la.
Ready to roll.
So
Man.
yeah, man. I don't know what the fuck they finna do.
That's wild.
Cause it don't seem like nobody wants to come play. You gotta think Paul George didn't come here, and he from LA.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
doubt Kevin Durant's gonna come.
Damn, that's crazy. I
Kyrie
never thought of
probably-
it like that.
What if they trade LeBron?
To who?
The Bucks.
What?
I don't even know why I said that.
Why
The
would he
Bucks.
ever?
The Nets.
He ain't got no. He don't have a no trade clause
Sparks.
because he thought that they were just gonna love him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the city did love him. They welcomed
They
we,
LeBron.
we embraced him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
No,
billboards
the city
and
never
murals
really
and
embraced
everything.
him. No, they didn't.
Who?
The city didn't.
Who?
Like the hard
LeBron?
The
Yes, they
hardcore.
did.
No, the hardcore Laker fans never were sold on him.
Really?
They
He's
weren't.
everywhere.
that's
He's
why they-
over there next to a mural of Nipsey
And
Hussle.
remember they kept fucking vandalizing that shit? Real LA Laker fans don't like
I mean, people be vandalizing.
Do real Laker fans fuck with LeBron? For real, for real.
It's different. So
See?
If you're a basketball fan, you fuck with him.
Mm.
If you're Kobe, you like Stan, they probably don't fuck with
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
the
niggas just don't like
majority
change.
of Laker fans are Kobe fans.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, there's
Can't
always
argue
gonna
that.
be a nigga fucking shit
you know
up.
what might be interesting? If Kobe takes that job.
I don't think Kobe
that.
wanted.
But just think if he did,
Yeah, I don't even
though.
know.
Think if he did, though.
That would
I don't
be
know
Then-
if Kobe could be attached to the game and not playing it.
right.
I think he could.
They'd
Just
be
think
like,
about it, though. He's super,
What's our next year's strategy? Pass me the ball.
you don't play anymore. Give it to me.
We're in a meeting room.
I'm Black Mamba. No, you're not.
Pass it. We're in a meeting room. There's no hoop. Pass me.
Pass
the
to
rock.
Mamba. Shoot
We need
the
a
J.
strategy.
Mamba shoot ball. Why are you calling yourself Mamba? Mamba mentality. Can you do something else?
What's the presentation? You guys can't see it. We're on your team. I said you guys. It's mine.
Mine?
I'm pitching it.
Why y'all making him talk like Matambo?
Mamba.
No,
Mamba.
I love Kobe. I kind of just want to see him free doing his own Kobe stuff. I
gotta
mean,
do
he
something.
already winning awards for animations and shit. Like, who knew that was coming?
I didn't see that one coming up. He still has the helicopter.
What is Magic finna do? Because niggas don't be talking about the Magic Johnson Theater no more. The TGI Magic Fridays, don't nobody go there no more.
Well, he said that he had to quit this because he couldn't help anymore. So maybe he's gonna have some.
You were here for a year and a half. How much help you think you did? I ain't no happy no more. Magic, shut
No,
up.
he said he couldn't help like L.A. and give back. Like,
Man,
he
Magic's
couldn't-
still gonna be getting money.
Because wasn't he working with the Dodgers at one point?
He's probably gonna start. He's probably gonna start building up
owner of
L.A.
the
again.
Dodgers. Yeah, he's part owner of the Dodgers, so he's getting a check for them too. He gonna just
That's
keep
crazy.
getting money. Now he just ain't got to work for it no more.
That nigga was like basketball decisions. Personnel.
Ah.
Nah.
But
just like Gates.
in all fairness, they are saying that Nip was the one dude to give back to LA like that much since Magic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You
Like
know
to
what's
like
so-
building businesses and all that type of shit.
You know, it's so sad because, like I said, I've been like going back watching like old Nipsey Hussle videos. I was watching one of his first videos last night, the Hustle in the House with the Chris Cosby, and it's so like even back then, back in 2009, he was rapping. He was in front of the Slauson like his actual store before he owned it.
Oh wow.
He was like out, like he loved his city so fucking
Right.
much, man.
Yeah.
Even when he was on the come up, like they was all in front of that little. So just to come full circle for him to end up owning it, buying
Yeah,
it,
because he felt
and
like the
then-
community put him on, so he owed it
and then
back.
ultimately to die there, it's just man, it's just
That's crazy.
It's a
man.
very
That's
poetic
crazy.
story.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
really
say, that's
is.
crazy serendipity.
It's
Exactly.
crazy. That is
Exactly.
wild.
yeah.
But I got something lighter.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's hear.
Yeah, because I mean, LA's been heavy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you
you've been
No
heavy.
boy's
You've
always
been-
heavy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We all did it at the exact same time. That was
look at
crazy.
Look at that.
So yeah, I've had a pretty life-changing week. This hits blunt segment. Now people are like suggesting shit. What the hell was that?
That was his blunt.
You just hit a flash drive.
Nigga just downloaded the file. So
It's a dual USB.
But you did it
okay,
like
you
you
were
were
at
cool.
USA Today. Did you just take a hit of information? Mhm.
Now I know how to fly a helicopter.
You just fucking hit it.
Oh, nigga.
Trying to look young. That's what the kids are doing,
That's what the
right?
kids doing, right? Yeah.
It's an electronic black and mild.
That's a flash drive. It's like, oh.
I apologize. I apologize.
Oh, hickory ass nigga. But anyway. But yeah, this hits blunt segment. I feel like all these people are suggesting all this stuff to me, and the universe is putting this stuff out, and I'm just getting my mind blown every damn day. So randomly, I visit my parents, and they just do parent shit for some reason.
That's what parents be doing.
For
parent
some
shit.
reason they're into saving the coral reef right now. I don't know. I
What the hell is a coral reef?
Wait,
The coral
wait a
reef, the
second.
big ass coral reef.
What's a
First of
coral
all,
reef?
that's weird that your parents are into that. It's weird that you
Yep.
don't know what a coral
What's a
reef
coral
is.
reef? Oh, that's the shit that you wear when you get married. You put it on your.
All right, go ahead, Pat. Go ahead,
No,
Pat.
at junior prom, you get a coral reef.
Sometimes I don't know when he's joking.
No,
about
you get a girl, and
how
you put
ignorant
it.
he is.
You put it on the girl.
That's a
It's called
corsage.
something different.
That's a corsage.
That's a corsage. But
Yeah.
a guy, he gets a coral reef.
Go ahead and finish with it.
Well, what is a
Because
coral reef?
if you try to figure out why he acts like that, you will mess around and
What
hurt
is a
yourself.
coral reef then?
You'll give yourself an aneurysm trying to figure out why Doughboy does the shit that he
Ain't nobody gonna
does.
tell me what a coral reef is.
You got a phone right there in front of you. Ask Siri, nigga.
It's this. Have you ever seen like underwater those like really colorful? I don't. They're like plants or.
Oh,
rocks.
they
I
like
don't
be
know what they are.
moving when Nemo swims past it, the little shit.
No, that's and amame.
No, edamame is what you eat at the sushi
Mime.
restaurant before the sushi comes. I had some yesterday. I had some spicy edamame. It's little peas, and you eat
We're
it.
both too dumb to execute this right now. Coral reef is like this underwater beautiful shit.
Okay, I'll take that as it is.
What a beautiful shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, fuck that. I mean,
find
you
out
don't,
what it is.
pull
Like,
you,
you
don't,
don't-
you don't know what it is.
Nigga,
We,
like,
we
you don't
all
know what a
it is.
coral reef is. Apparently, neither does Pat. Fuck boy.
I'm ashamed
All right, so-
of you for having a topic and not knowing
Okay,
how
so
to
they are
explain it.
rocks. They are rocks, but it's like a deposits of coral. But they're
They're
like
rocks.
well, it's coral. Coral is its own thing. You've seen it before a million
Oh
times. It's
yeah,
like this
it kind of
beautiful thing.
moves.
Right. So the coral reef is the biggest version of this, and it's
Okay.
very beautiful, and it's
Okay.
and it's dying. So
Gotcha.
my parents want to save it or whatever. So long story short,
Wait, it's dying, so that means it's living, like it
Yeah.
breathes.
Yeah, it's a life organism.
it's a live. Yeah,
Does
it's,
it have
it's a living
eyes and a
organism.
heart?
No, it's
Not
just a
all
living
organisms do.
organism.
Are like vegetables and plants living?
Mm-hmm.
Then why do vegetarians and vegans eat them? Like that's not cruel too.
Because they're not animals.
But
They
it's
don't
still living.
Plants are, I guess, yeah, they're
I guess they
living.
don't have feelings. That's what.
I saw a weird
they don't
article that
feel.
said some plants like can like scream when you rip them out.
So you eating broccoli? It's like ouch!
My hair.
That actually doesn't make any
That's
sense when you
hilarious.
think about it. Because vegans be like, I don't eat living things. Yes, you do.
That's
They
funny.
plants.
Well, no, they say I don't eat animals that are tortured and killed.
Well, carrots are tortured too. They're pulled out of their natural. I don't want to go. No. Well, that's pretty.
What was the what is
That's
that?
getting
Is that how
eaten.
carrots get? Oh, that's get eaten.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead. So,
I don't know who eats carrots. Like
So, Okay, so
hate
Mama
you.
and Papa Cloud, for some reason, trying to save whatever this coral reef shit is, so they get shit in the mail. I open one of the things in the mail, and the first thing it says, casually, like it's not mind-blowing fact, it said, we all know that killer whales are technically not whales, but blah, 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 coral reef. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Whales ain't whales.
I was like, wait a minute. So I looked up, and upon further research, killer whales are, in fact, not whales.
No, they're like dolphins. They're like a bigger version of a
That does
dolphin.
not make any fucking sense.
Bro,
It's a dolphin?
they're big-ass dolphins.
Well, then why do they call them killer dolphins?
I
mean,
know, right?
The correct term is orca. So
That is
they,
true.
They just
Then
adapted
why do they
killer
call
whale.
it a killer whale?
It's
Because they have a tendency to be more violent, especially like toward like seals. Like there are videos of orcas like chasing seals and then flipping them out of the water. They're hitting them so hard. So they have a more, I guess,
Whales
violent.
eat seals?
No,
Yeah.
they just do it for fun too.
well, the killer whales eat the seals.
Who do whales eat? Who do whales kill? Why do they even call them killer?
Well, that's the thing. They're crazy predators. I think they're like bigger, better predators than like most sharks. And that's the crazy thing. If you look at a whale, like a blue whale or a humpback whale, they clearly don't look like killer whales. It's like it blew my mind because it's so obvious. Like if you look at a killer whale and a dolphin, they're almost identical. They got fins.
Pull up a killer whale. Let me see.
Okay,
I thought killer whale was like Free Willy.
that is,
Yeah.
That don't look like no fucking dolphin.
bro, and Shamu. And that's like
Yeah.
in my mind the most famous whales. And
What
then
was
I
the-
was
what
just
was the
like,
one's
everything
name
I
from-
know about whales is
What was
a
the
lie.
whale's, What was the whale's name from Blackfish? Tamunga?
Blackfish is about
Topanga?
killer whales. Look, so that's
That don't look like no dolphin.
It does look like a dolphin.
looks exact- if you
If
look
that
at
was
its
gray,
mouth
you
and
see
its
the
teeth-
fin, that looks like a dolphin. It just
'Cause
looks like
look,
a really big dolphin.
Look at all these other things. And so whale is just a term within this dolphin family. So also beluga whales are not
They're the
whales
smart ones,
also.
right?
Hmm?
Beluga whales are the smartest.
Is that
Pardon?
that's the white one, right? The beluga whales, the white one with the funny head.
Yeah, with the little lumpy head.
That motherfucker got a Frankenstein forehead.
Isn't that
wait.
crazy?
So wait.
These niggas is dolphins this whole time.
You didn't know that though?
No, I
You
didn't know that.
it either.
Yeah, nigga, I spoke on it. How would I not know it if I'm literally speaking
But
on it?
why? I don't understand why.
Because I went to science class to pay attention.
No, I don't
Science
understand why they call
class.
it
I
that.
need to talk to your teachers immediately
Why?
because they didn't do a good job, nigga.
I didn't know either.
That's
nigga.
crazy. I took marine
I'm
bio
not
and didn't know
surprised
this.
by you. Your
Shut up,
teachers
nigga, I'm
did the
smart.
best that they could.
I'm smart, ain't I?
Ain't I? Isn't that crazy?
So killer whales actually don't kill anything and aren't whales.
No, they kill hella
They
shit.
kill.
They're actually one of the
They're
best predators ever.
How do they kill them? They bite them with their mouth,
Yeah. Killer whales have like if you
or
see
they
them
just
hunt,
swallow people.
if you see them hunt, they're kind of vicious. Like I've
How do they
seen
kill? Don't look at me like that.
I've seen killer whales like separate baby whales and shit from their moms like by like tactics and then eat the little baby.
They eat baby whales.
They eat baby everything.
They got little baby teeth. They got teeth like you. That's what it looks like.
I was about to say, yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
y'all got the. You're a whale. You don't know this? You don't see them at family reunions?
That's why you blow water out.
Just buckets of chum everywhere.
Chum. Chum is a hilarious word. Hello, chum.
You never noticed when you got out the shower, you blew water out your back.
Hey, shut up. You
You
I
think
want to
it's
see a
dangerous,
video
man?
of a whale hunter.
They're actually called the wolves of the sea because they hunt in groups like wolf packs.
Why do they keep calling animals other animals?
The animals
compare
are
A killer whale
are the
is actually a
penguins of
dolphin
the-
that acts like a wolf in the sea. What the fuck? I'm confused as a bitch.
I see this is
I don't
clearly
know shit of what's
infuriating
going
you.
on. Nigga,
Why don't you have some more Doritos and calm down?
I would not. I'm in a weight loss competition.
Damn.
I brought you some cake.
So killer whales
They
are actually
eat everything.
dolphins.
They eat sharks too.
Whales eat sharks?
Yeah, they strike them with their tail flukes.
How can a whale eat a shark and they're like the same?
One bite at
That's
a time.
too big.
No, it's not.
They're huge too.
All sharks aren't huge.
Yes, they are.
No, nigga.
I just double down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. What a
Yeah,
strong
I
huh?
can't
guy.
wait. So you mean a whale can eat a shark? No.
Why
Killer
is
whale?
this? Why does this
Killer whale.
confuse
Fuck
you?
a
It's
shark
like
up.
so much?
And also, you're just thinking of great white sharks. There's a lot of like little sharks that aren't like they're dangerous, but they're not like crazy.
They just
dangerous.
swallow them whole?
No,
No,
they
they
fuck
bite
them
'em.
up. All right, guys. I need to talk about.
A new hairstyle, yes. Can we cut it off? I'm thinking either a fade, a cavadas, a baldy, anything but what the fuck you got on your head.
How are you
I
that
have-
ready?
Friends for
I have
5 years, and I'm sick of
Never
this
set.
shit.
I have never set anything up more perfectly. I feel like I pitched you
How are you
a
that
home
ready?
run. I feel like I was on the other baseball team, but I was like, I wanted the other team to win.
It was so fast, yo.
Ah.
Man, that bitch
That
cocked
was
and
a
loaded.
World Series home run. That was fucked up. All right, I was with you there.
Was Doc Holliday with the shot.
Yeah. All right. Actually, though, have y'all been hearing about this shit with Jeff Bezos?
Nigga, yes, and I'm
Yes.
pissed the fuck off about it. I'm ready to talk. But where's my glasses so I can fake take them off?
Right here.
Okay,
You
hold
take
on.
off Tahir's glasses.
off
Be careful with us, please.
Nigga, if you
Why?
Because they were expensive.
You got to go all the way back to that gas station you got it at.
Many Texacos ago.
Even so.
Say that shit again.
Okay, Jeff Bezos and his divorce.
Oh, hold on. You know I got something to say about this shit. How the fuck she get $37 billion to break up?
Okay.
Stock.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Of stock.
Of
But
stock.
This is
Nah,
the reason
nigga.
why I want to talk about it. This dude lost $35 billion.
37.
35.6 billion.
Okay.
And is still the richest person in the world.
I don't
the third
care,
richest
nigga. She
woman.
wasn't with him shooting in the gym.
He
was.
lost $35 billion and is still richer than everybody except the drug dealers. I'm guessing.
No, he's richer than them.
You think he's richer than people doing illegal money?
Hell yeah, $35 billion.
I don't know.
I don't know.
35 billion
There's
is a
probably
lot.
some
And that-
kings
and
and
that's,
shit.
yeah,
Nigga, to give away $35 billion, how much must you have?
that's probably still lowballing it if you keeping it real, though.
But let's talk about the hard.
He said his net worth is still above $110 billion.
Why do you have to pay so much
hurts
money
me
to
when I
break
say that.
up?
Well, I mean, it's just half of. I mean, I guess that's all.
That's why I think I might not be getting married.
it's not
to you
half.
guys.
What is it? It's less than half.
Yeah,
What is
she
it?
got like
40%?
25%.
Is it
Because
is
it would've
the
broke up-
typical
they said-
rule half, or
The
is just
typical rule
Yes,
is half
but
after
no,
2
it would
years.
have. They said it would have upset the economy. Like it would have fucked up the whole Amazon.
damn?
shit.
That's crazy.
They got
But wait,
so
were
much
they
money.
married 10 years?
They was married to more than that.
Well, they,
That's crazy. That's just another thing with marriage. Like, there's hella fine print.
This is the thing that I don't like about marriage. And I'm not saying that women don't work for whatever. I'm just saying that in any situation, because sometimes it's the woman that has more money. I don't feel like you should have to pay money to break up with somebody.
I feel like you should take whatever you can get.
Nah, but I'm just saying.
Whoever likes you, you should be like, I'm all in.
Nah,
Let's
man,
go.
but just think about that. Just if you break up with somebody, that means I got to give you half of everything I have. I don't, or just even, why do I have to give you anything? And if we made it together, then we could split that shit. But
Well, I think that's what it was. Like they say she had the blueprint for it. So
well,
she
then
might
why
have
wasn't
came
her
up with
name
all-
on the
I believe
documents for
that.
the business? It shouldn't even been nothing.
Who's to say it isn't? You haven't seen these documents, nigga. You can't read.
Like, fuck your freckles.
Did you say you'll fuck his
I
freckles?
said fuck your freckles.
It did
I
sound
heard
weird,
an eye.
right? It sounded weird.
Sound like you said you'd fuck his
I
freckles.
said and then I said
I'm not
fuck
comfortable
your
sitting next to
It's a
Doboy
lot of fucking.
anymore.
If you were doing
Wait a minute, bitch.
if you were doing one freckle at a time,
I thought this
Okay,
nigga was
fuck
on my
all the-
side
the
for a
all-day
second.
job?
Yeah.
No, I was saying ow, and then I just switched my thought.
Okay.
It did sound weird. Hey man,
It's
cut that out, man. Don't
Nah,
have
nah.
to
Leave that weird shit in.
oh,
But
that's
it's
gonna
weird,
be in.
Fucking dork.
But nah, man, 37. That's just or whatever many billions is just stupid and ridiculous.
People
to
who
me.
are together should be together because they choose to, and if they choose to
Exactly.
split up, it should be as
because
easy
you know
as
how
that.
much you change as a person. I'm so different than a year ago. I can imagine being with somebody for 20 years. Like you just change. Sometimes you
Absolutely.
just
There are people stuck because they can't afford a divorce. Can you
Especially
imagine?
in L.A.
That is crazy. That's
Y'all,
not.
y'all are roommates. They used
I
to
don't
fuck.
understand it. I think we need to just change as a culture and update that because there's a lot of things at some point we were like, all right, maybe stoning people shouldn't happen anymore. Seems kind of
It
primitive.
got
about
hard
it-
to find the rocks.
when you
It was
think
like,
about
fuck.
it, stoning is a really gruesome way to go.
Horrible,
Yeah.
Throw a rock at you till you stop moving.
bro. Can you imagine
Ugh.
just being in a surrounded by people with rocks? First
In
of all,
certain
Like, what did you?
cultures-
Wait,
fuck
but
a rocks.
Did they do it like against the wall, or was it like in a circle?
everyone that I've seen, and I've seen quite a few times. Now that why the fuck
Why
have
are
I
you watching
weird.
people
Why
just
the
get
fuck have I?
stoned?
Why the
I'm not
fuck have I
comfortable
seen more
sitting
than
next to
one?
Patrick. Yeah,
What'd you say?
I'm not comfortable sitting next to you now.
Okay,
Yeah, that's-
when you just talk, it just sounds like
The
other
crazy shit is that in some cultures, like the penalty for like cheating is
Yeah.
stoning.
That's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
nigga, so tricking gets me rocks to the face.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Girl got a little side dude. They find
And
out.
you know how fucked up it is?
Niggas
They,
have
they
rocks
like
in their
they
hands.
put you like in the dirt up to your shoulders. And then
Oh,
people just, so you
that
can't
one.
move. You just.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That's bad.
Ah, shit.
One I've seen is just like just hell, and I'm
That's-
just like, how are
That's
these people?
really psychotic.
How
Yeah.
many do they bring their own rocks?
Just
Yeah, I
think
think
about
so,
it though.
yeah.
What has
They
to
bring their own rocks.
I mean,
No.
it ain't you ain't just pull up and like get a bucket of rocks. You
It's
gotta come.
almost even worse
It's
for
not
the
like a
person.
community.
I don't know what's worse for the person that orders this to happen or the people that are actually throwing the rocks.
It's crazy. Like it's really
What
makes you
no,
think
it's
was it
for
worth
sure
it?
worse for the person getting hit.
No. I'm just saying, like, what is that saying more about the person that says, I sentence you to stoning, or just a random person being like, oh, we stoning somebody? Hey, give me
Right?
that rock. Bow.
You're not even involved in their
Exactly.
relationship.
Like, I was going to throw a rock. Oh, that's why they say he who cast the first stone.
I don't think so.
That's
Is
not.
it?
It's not associated.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it didn't have nothing to do with a stoning.
I don't think so. Pass
He
it
who
and look
cast
it
the
up.
It brings
stone.
a whole new term to the term getting stoned.
Brings a new term to getting your rocks off.
Or rock and roll. That was
All right, yeah, that was.
Oh
stretch.
damn! I didn't know dictionary.com defined phrases.
Did it?
Yeah,
did it?
so it's from the Bible. Let he who is without sin cast
Cast
the
it
first
what?
stone. That was an attempt to discredit Jesus. In Pharisees, in an attempt to discredit Jesus.
Why niggas always trying to discredit Jesus?
Cause I don't know why he had so many haters, bro.
I mean, you came down to earth talking about, yeah, I'm the son of God. I'm like, can I get your ass?
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Doughboy made a smarty.
He was right.
Okay, so according to the Gospel of John, the Pharisees, in an attempt to discredit Jesus, brought a woman charged with adultery before him. Then they reminded Jesus that adultery was punishable by stoning under Mosaic law and challenged him to judge the woman so that they might then accuse him of disobeying the law. Jesus thought for a moment and then replied, "He that is without
Really?
sin among you, let him cast the first stone." at
And
her."
nobody could do it.
Hell no, they
The
can't
people
do it.
crowded around
Wow.
him were so touched by their own consciousness that they departed.
The dude who
When
brought
Jesus
the chick
found
in, they just
himself
got the
alone,
fucking
I'm
goat.
talking about Jesus.
Oh.
When Jesus found himself, I'm not talking about Cheez-Its. That's when you start.
In the name of Jesus, amen.
That's when Tahir gets a roller.
God damn, that was good.
When Jesus found himself alone with the woman, he asked her who were her accusers. She replied, "No man, Lord." Jesus then said, "Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more." So Jesus saved somebody's
All
life.
because of
with
that statement.
That was very
Intuitive.
insightful.
That was intuitive.
Very insightful. On the spot learning from us.
I'm out here. You feel
La ha ha. Oh, speaking of on the spot learning, I got a quick little story.
Okay.
This is pretty dark.
Shit, Pat, you like to keep going dark, huh?
Yeah.
How was your did you guys like The Little Mermaid?
Yeah. You remember? You know my thoughts on mermaidisms.
What? Oh,
I
you
believe that
love
mermaids
mermaids.
really exist.
Mm.
Man and female. Mermaids and man-maids.
Gotcha.
I feel like you put the little tail on at night. and
Shut up,
wiggle
fuck
around
boy.
in the bath.
He twisted on to eat tuna. I don't know why.
Chicken of the sea. So I saw this meme of this little dark picture, and it said, "In the original Little Mermaid novel, the mermaid's legs constantly felt as if she is walking on sharp knives. The prince likes to watch her dance, which she does for him despite excruciating pain. Then he marries someone else, and the mermaid kills herself."
That was in the original script for Little Mermaid?
So I went and did some research, and it is the darkest story. Jesus Christ. She basically finds like a witch that like basically tells her like, yeah, you can, because she falls in love with the prince just by looking at him from the rocks or something like that. So she was like, "I'll give you this potion, but it comes at a price. You can't talk. It's in exchange for your tongue and your beautiful voice." So apparently she was out here with the popping voice.
Water.
She becomes human. She'll never be able to return to the sea, and it'll feel like a sword is being passed through your body. You'll every time you walk, it'll feel like you're walking on sharp knives, but you'll be able to dance. So she was like, "All right, I'll do it."
I would have passed on that one. Hard pass.
Man, so she was over here like, "Ah!"
This is all from a children's story?
Bro. And then the prince was drowning. She saved him, but then ran away. And this girl like woke him up. So he was like, "Oh, you saved me." So she was like, bet. And then they met. He started dancing with the mermaid. He would like make her dance and stuff. So she was just
Even
like,
though it would hurt her feet?
"Ah!" Yeah, she was just going through all this pain, dancing for him and shit. And then they were like, I guess, cool with each other and like messing around. But then he was like,
She a mute. Bitch don't even talk.
she can't even talk, can't even sing. Did all that, and then he was like, "I want to marry the girl who saved me." and then marry the girl who saved her, which was actually the mermaid. So she was just like, damn. So I'm just about to die.
Herself?
I'm just about to die of a broken heart. So then the mermaid's homegirls pull up and is like, yo, we sacrificed our hair to give you this knife. Kill this nigga and become a mermaid again. And she was like, okay, couldn't do it. Killed herself. And then I guess her soul went to heaven. So it was like a happy ending. But I was just
How did you even
soul
end up
never
going
goes to
down the
heaven.
wormhole of finding this
this
information?
meme. I was like, yo, was it really this dark? And you turned it into Under the Sea. Like, where did
It's a
that
great
fit
song,
in
though.
this?
It's a great
Wow.
song.
It is a great
It's a great
song. Isn't that crazy?
That shit be crazy.
Where did that come from?
I don't
Disney
know.
is
Under
notorious
the
for that,
sea?
though. They're notorious for taking stories. That was good. For taking stories and just changing them
They
most
said that
times.
the
Except
Toy
for the
Story.
Lion King.
They said the Toy Story is based on the apocalypse.
How?
There's theories about that. That it
I
has,
heard
like,
about the Holocaust.
that one. No, they said that it's very much close mirror to The Walking Dead. Like Woody is actually the dude that's the leader
Rick?
on The Walking. Yeah.
Who's
exactly. I don't know everybody's different characters.
He has-
Daryl?
He's probably
But-
never seen The Walking Dead, and he probably just
I have
watched.
seen The Walking Dead. I was on it. I was on The Walking Dead until they had a baby. I'm like, all right, this baby ain't gonna make this fucking.
How was
apocalypse.
Avengers?
What?
Huh?
I haven't watched all the. I'm about to go watch the Avengers, and I'm not.
You haven't
caught
seen
up.
any of the Avenger movies? Really?
This is Doughboy. Oh, Doughboy just saw The Lion King 2 years ago, guys.
did.
I just want to throw that out there.
Because I was in
Damn.
the streets trapping.
Shut
nigga.
the fuck up.
Nigga, I was really out there with Simba and the goons and the hyenas, nigga. The hyenas in my hood had pistols on them. Nigga.
Okay.
Shit was real, nigga. I couldn't be watching the story. It was outside my porch, nigga.
So you were just
good
like,
research.
you just kind of like smiled your way through every Lion King reference your
Yeah,
whole life?
I to this day, I've never seen The Color Purple.
You're a disappointment to the
I
black
mean,
community.
if you've
Have you
never
seen
seen
The Color
Lion
Purple?
King, yeah, of course. But if you've seen Lion King, if you haven't seen Lion King, I would believe that. That's not as surprising.
Yeah.
But and none of the Avengers?
I'm going to watch them so I can catch up by. When does it come out? Next week?
26.
I
We're
gotta
going to be
catch
in
up.
Florida.
What about any of the other stuff like Captain America, all that
I mean,
stuff?
I've watched some of them.
How
Logan
do you
is
not
one of my
like?
favorites.
How do you not like get excited about this shit? Like, I'm super excited. Like, I'm going dressed up as Iron Man. Wait, no, you
They don't
seen
make
one
no
of them.
suit big enough for that
Exactly,
shit.
nigga.
You seen Iron Man? You saw you saw the first Avengers. We saw this how fucked up Doughboy used to get that he don't even remember us going to the
When we
movies
had that
together.
Jack
The all
Daniels
days-
honey.
We were in the
I
movies
remember
all
that.
day.
Drunk
we were
ass
drinking.
shit was that?
Because this
We
when
drunk-
the
let
first,
you guys
when the
into
first
the movie
Avengers
theater.
came out,
Yes.
they replayed all the movies that had came out up until the
So we was
Avengers.
up there for like 6 hours,
It was
10 hours
yeah, it was like
straight.
10 hours
Fucking
straight.
a trench
And
coat.
we
So
was
they had
drunk.
yeah,
with
we
a
had
paper-
intermission.
We
liquor with a paper
we
bag.
went to the liquor store in the middle
to
and
go
got
get
a-
more liquor.
We was
We was
drunk.
wilding the fuck
This
out,
nigga
yo.
That's
drink.
just
He
that from
drank
that?
with me.
Oh yeah, I was fucked up.
We was
And
drinking.
what were y'all watching?
This was when the first Avengers came out.
Yeah, it was like
So they-
Iron Man had played. It was like a bunch of
Yeah,
different-
they played
Oh,
both
so you
Iron
did see the
Mans.
Avengers, you just
Yeah.
don't
No,
remember.
it wasn't Avengers though.
It was Avengers. It was the first Avengers.
I don't think it was.
I'm telling you, it was.
He was
I
watching
don't
the chicken
forget.
tenders.
No, don't give him that. Don't
Come
you give
on,
it to him.
something.
No,
The chicken to tenders.
No,
The chicken of tenders.
no. Fuck boy, no. But I gotta catch up so I can watch.
Oh my
the hell.
god!
I
Yeah,
tried
this
to
is the
catch
first
up.
one.
Did you catch up on Game of Thrones?
I'm on season 3. I got a long ways.
Woo.
Yeah.
I got
It's a
a
good show,
long
though.
ways. A long ways.
It started kind of slow, but then when
It
that action
starts
kicked
this
off,
Sunday, right? Can I catch up by this Sunday?
fuck nah.
If I did nothing else for the rest of
You would
between-
literally have to shit and not wipe your ass. Like that's how
you
much
do
time
that, and you
it
ain't
is.
even watching Walking Dead.
You gonna give them that?
Just walking around poopy butt.
Poopy,
You poop butt.
poopy is just a hilarious word.
Shut up, stink
You
butt.
poop
He
butt.
called you a poopy butt. That's hilarious.
All right,
Childish is what it is.
I got a fan sent blunt hits blunt fact. And it's
Okay.
hilarious.
Here
All
we go.
right.
Oh, wait.
Oh God, he's hitting his flash drive again.
God damn it. You don't download cancer on that thing. Big Money Blake asked, why do we have fingertips but not toe tips, but we can tiptoe?
Wait, what? What?
Why do we have fingertips?
Fingertips,
We don't have toe tips,
but we can tiptoe.
but we can tiptoe.
That is.
Can you
Just have
finger-
those these emojis on the thing, the brain exploding emojis right across the
Can-
screen right now.
Can you
That-
fingertip somewhere?
That is.
That's just a great play on words.
Yeah,
And
that was
it makes
good.
you think. I don't know what to.
I
I
have
don't know what to
nothing
do.
for that.
I don't know what to do.
Wow.
Fingertips. Yeah.
But don't have toe tips. We could tiptoe.
Do you know?
I got nothing for that. That's a
It's a goodie.
It's a good
hits
one.
blunt moment for real. Yeah.
Haha, I broke them.
But stop hitting that, man. You just look dumb. Is that tobacco in there or weed?
knowing him, it's an electronic cigar.
Nigga just got chili smoking.
They
He
had
got different aromas of food. There's a little turkey pocket. What's a turkey pocket?
So
what?
Little brisket hit. Why you doing a brisket hit?
Low key, if it was a brisket hit, your ass would ask to hit
Nigga,
it.
I'll
though.
be high as a
hilarious,
That
motherfucker.
nigga be like it's brisket flavor. Let me see it. You know what a nigga want to see it, but he like, you know what?
see it.
Let me see it, man.
Yeah,
You
you
lying.
ain't bullshit.
nigga step
But I ain't even
outside.
really get to taste it for real. Let me
This shit is pure. Like, how you know pure biscuit?
You guys going outside for breaks? Yeah, you want to go out and smoke some ribs?
I got the brisket. What you got? I got fried chicken. All right. Now we got a party.
All right. So that brings us to
What?
the conspiracy corner. Cue the area music. The Bermuda.
Yes. This is one of my favorite things, man.
Oh man, the
That's
layers.
really a thing?
Yes.
The layers.
Absolutely.
The Bermuda Triangle.
It's weird when you do it like that, though.
Yes, yeah.
It's the rock. So, if you don't know what it is, where is it?
It's in
So-
Brooklyn.
No,
What?
it's not.
Chesapeake, Virginia.
It's actually, it's in the ocean. It's in the ocean. So
Oh.
it's located off the southeastern coast of the United States. It forms like a triangular zone in the Atlantic Ocean. So the corners are Miami in Florida, San Juan in Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, which is a North Atlantic island. Okay.
Okay.
So a bunch of mystery is surrounded with this, mainly because of like disappearances. They call it the Devil's Triangle. So anything that the devil's involved
do
in.
airplanes
is
really drive over it and then just disappear?
airplanes usually don't drive.
You know what a dumbass. You know
That
what
boy's driving to Hawaii next week with us guys.
you know what dumb feeling I had the other day, and I
Life?
don't know if it was just stupid.
Wake
I
it
was
up.
just like, what? Because we were flying somewhere, and I was just like, how come you never really hear about like airplanes running out of gas or like getting a flat tire or having something mechanical happen? Like you know, like if you're driving a car, the transmission goes out. Does the transmission ever go out in the airplane? In the air?
I don't know if it, does it
I
have
know
a
it's an
transmission?
eerie thought to think while you're in the air, but I was like,
Well, the thing is,
I hope
like,
this plane doesn't break down.
when you drive around, like, you have engine lights and warnings to keep it cool, so that but it's not like detrimental. Like if you get like a engine light or your transmission, you can fix that without people dying. Like
Okay.
a plane is super. Like they have to make sure there's hella people that are in charge of making sure that it's filled with gas. There's hella people that check it. That's why.
Could anything ever happen though to where just everything just cut off at once and it's just up there?
I mean,
Maybe
maybe
it would be all electrical.
I saw a video of a dude on Spirit when they were having like full on power outages before they lifted off. They're like,
It's like,
"Don't
yeah,
worry, we can
make it.
We can make it.
We're
with
gonna
just one
wing
of these
it."
on." And he was like, "Nigga."
No pun intended.
Motherfucker. I always thought about that. Okay, so
But
so-
back to the Devil's
Okay.
Triangle. So it covers about 500,000 square miles of the ocean. And when Christopher, here's how old this shit goes back. Christopher Columbus, basically, he reported that a great flame of fire crashed into the sea one night, and a strange light appeared in the distance a few weeks later. So the ocean is just like filled with conspiracy theories and
How do you
and
get a
reports.
fire in the ocean?
That's the thing. Like,
Wouldn't it
there's-
put it out?
There's hella reports from people on at sea
I
where
mean,
just like you said
A
when they
fire
put
in
it
the
out.
ocean?
Well, he said the fire crashed down. I mean, there's different reasons. Like, there's been full-on fires on the ocean, like if
Oil spills.
oil spills or something
Really?
like that.
Yeah.
But this is just something that he was writing down. He was just like, I don't know what the science is, nigga. This is what I saw. So there have been like, people in the Navy, people like just, I don't know, pirates, but people just who are out on sea who have seen like the fucking ocean open up and aircrafts come out. Like the ocean is, since it's so mysterious
Wait,
and big and
aircraft
desolate.
come out of the ocean?
There's
That's
been
one of the
reports of that
conspiracy
shit too.
theories that aliens live underwater, especially like close to California.
Nigga, we don't know. We don't know
Yeah, what
anything
the
that
fuck
goes
you
on
mean?
in there.
I ain't never seen it, but I'm just saying those are some of the conspiracy theories.
Just like where would you put a secret base if you had all the highest technology? Like,
Right.
nigga, we ain't over there.
What is
in the
like
middle of the
70% of the ocean hasn't been explored?
80,
80%?
90,
80.
Well,
95.
I don't think you know the number, so I'm just gonna go with
97.3.
the beat.
Wow.
So yeah, basically, there's just all type, erratic compass readings, hella disappearances. People think that it might be like a time
Warp.
Yeah, like a time warp. Like, cause people of just because of disappearances, they might go to another
Do y'all
dimension or
believe in
some
time
shit.
travel?
I
I kind of want to get into it.
I believe in like
Is there a
time
place
warps,
that you can
time
sign up
skips.
for?
I just
or-
want to like I want to like study it. Cause I be thinking it could be a real thing.
Well, it's like half science, half mystery.
So people actually go missing when they go to the bright.
So so disappearances. There's hella. So like there's Flight 19.
whole flight disappeared.
Whole flight after a routine training session, they never returned. There's something called the PBM Martin Mariner. After extensive search, one of them returned, but the other didn't and disappeared forever.
And at this point, don't planes like fly around it now? They don't.
People do not fuck with it.
No, I'm talking
Hella
about like,
aircrafts disappearing, boats.
But how do you know where
Amelia
it's at?
Earhart.
There's a
Have
ghost
they
ship.
roped it off?
There's apparently a ghost ship that be like appearing.
Wait,
Mary,
did you
the
say
Mary
have they
Celeste.
roped it off?
How do you know where this place is?
Nigga, they have the coordinates.
Nigga,
This
when
nigga said,
you
did they
fly, you
rope
know
off the
everything.
ocean?
I'm just so you know not to go there.
It's big ass red velvet ropes.
I'm just saying, like, how am I supposed to know I'm at the Bermuda Triangle?
That'd be funny if
to not go there.
The thought of a boat hitting up against a velvet rope, like, oh shit,
Oh shit!
nigga, turn
Oh,
around.
my bad.
And that actually working. But here's what's really crazy. There was a ship called the Mary Celeste, and it's known as the ghost ship because the ship got salvaged, but nobody on board. There was no one on board anymore. So it's like, how do you lose the people and not the boat?
And they just found it floating somewhere, or like what?
They just found that. Nigga.
So what is it? Is it monsters
The
there?
USS Cyclops. Well, they say it's like it could be a bunch of stuff. So obviously there is the folklore. So also there's William Shakespeare made a play called The Tempest, and it was based off of a real life Bermuda shipwreck.
Mm-hmm.
And William Shakespeare is a whole other category. He shaped almost everything we say, and like he like was a huge. So that kind of like enhanced the mystery and like the folklore around it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, people say anything from extraterrestrial. There's a bunch of
E.T. down in that motherfucker?
people say that the lost city of maybe it's the lost city of Atlantis.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Which
My
is
thing
a
is like
super
how
What is Atlantis?
the
It's like the lost city.
Who lost?
nobody wants to admit that this is true, but the fact that they tell pilots to avoid it
Right.
lets you know that
Something's up.
ominous is going about.
Omnimus.
Omnious.
Don't act like you know what that means.
Strange, weird, eerie.
Well, they say aliens, Atlantis, sea monsters, time warps, reverse gravity fields. There's like scientific theories that point to like magnetic anomalies.
that I can believe. Like
huge
that would
eruptions
explain
of
the whole
methane
compass
gas.
thing.
Just shit that you don't even
So
know
if
about.
it's a time warp, then it could be, if you go to the Bermuda Triangle, it could be the 1920s again and racism still exists?
That would be
you
horrible
just go
for
back
you
and you
'cause can't
just
go to restaurants to the front.
that's his main concern. There's a lot more problems.
Can I have pie? Ain't no nigga pies.
Nigga pies?
You damn
Damn.
nigga.
people even say that the Malaysian airline flight, it was connected to the disappearance of that.
That's crazy.
There's just like a lot of
We never heard nothing else
lot
about
of stuff.
that.
Maybe I know, right?
They just lost it and niggas was just like, all right, well,
That's so crazy. Like in this day, because that was a couple years ago. They
Yeah.
just lost the whole plane.
We're like, where is it at?
Right?
Just
And
be
it's
looking
like,
at the radar and
What?
like
What you mean?
beep, and then it just go away. Be like, whoa, 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 what the fuck just happened
That's
there?
why I be afraid to fly sometimes.
That's why.
Because I'm telling
Hella.
you, I be just learning, like, because
That's
I know
why.
I be sounding stupid because it's like, I'm just now learning, like, because I be
Seatbelts?
like, how people be just be flying and don't be crashing? It ain't
What,
no-
like into other planes? There's so much sky. There's so much
But how
sky.
do
so
you
many
know where to
radars.
be? I know, it's just, it's confusing to me.
We're literally okay. It's just order. Like think about how many cars you drive next to every day. We don't crash in the cars just because of order. So if you think about
there's
that,
car crashes every day. There's
yeah,
very rarely an airplane crash.
right, exactly, because there's so much sky. If there was like bumper to bumper,
But do you
plane
understand what I mean?
traffic-
Like, if I say I'm going to put a plane in the air and go to Atlanta, and somebody from New York is like, I'm going to go to California, how do they not hit each other somewhere in the middle?
'cause
Routing. It's the routing and it
air
also-
But that's
traffic
what I'm saying.
control.
That's the
But
thing
hold
that I don't understand is the
But
Air
routing.
traffic control.
Air traffic control routing and also like
But are there like
elevation.
cameras in the sky
Would
where
you
they
shut
can
up
see?
and just let me answer one at a time?
Go ahead.
We'll say it into the
So-
mic.
Yeah.
You like at like let's say a twin engine plane, like a Cessna or something. Like you, not Cessna, that's a boat, but a twin engine plane.
I don't be
you have
understanding the things that you're saying.
you have
No,
a
it's not
certain
about-
level
no, it's not.
elevation that you can go to,
Right.
whereas a commercial airliner can go like 50,000 feet and above. But
Why do you know this?
How do y'all not?
But how do they
just
see?
know
So are there
basic
Plain
human
facts?
are there
shit?
cameras in the sky? Like, all right, this one's coming. Move out the way.
Cameras.
No, but they
in
have a
the
radar
sky.
on the plane too, and then they have air traffic control that they're talking to as well.
You can see
So
all
it's like
the
red
planes
light,
that
green
are
light.
up
Like,
there.
do we stop in the sky? Like, okay, let this one go.
No.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up because Doughboy is obviously
There's
high.
hella sky.
Don't do the Harlem Shake. This drive
There's
home
hella
girl.
sky. What do you mean stop
Hella
and
sky.
let the nigga go?
This nigga made it seem
It's
like
you
it's many
everywhere.
planes in the sky as there are cars on the ground. That's not the case at all.
I just don't
There's so
understand
much
air
sky.
traffic control.
The thing that does fuck me up is like how a jet engine is so strong. Like you have to understand the amount of force and
That's what I
lift
be
that
saying.
it has to lift this plane. Like that, when I
Right.
started thinking about like
That's
how is this
crazy.
one engine
How are we up here?
lifting all of it? Like that's what
And
freaks
that's
me
why
out
I be
about
like, like, how did the engines never go out? Like the fucking engine on a car.
But
Well,
if they do go
You never
out,
heard about an airplane overheating.
no, you do. They do go out, but the jet engines are so strong that even if one of them's out, typically the other one can get them to a safe landing.
Well,
spot.
why don't they put that type of technology on cars?
A jet engine?
Jet engines?
This has been another episode.
It sounds expensive. That sounds really, really
But it just
expensive.
sounds like we have.
Saab was supposed to be the one car company that had closest thing to jet engines. They were made by jet scientists or aerospace scientists. Saab cars. They went
I
out
have
of
a
business.
serious question.
Okay.
Why don't we have flying cars yet?
We do.
I've never seen them
There
because
are
if you
prototypes
watch,
of it.
if you
They're
watch,
they're
Back
actually
to the
closer
Future,
than we think.
Remember Back to the Future? They said about like what 2000, 2016 or something.
2000 was like the futuristic date at some point.
And we
didn't-
still ain't got.
Nigga,
I
we
feel
are
like we
throwing-
ain't nowhere near.
We are
flying
throwing
cars.
cheese at babies. Nigga,
We
are
are nowhere
throwing
near
no
where
di-
we thought we
I
were
feel
gonna
like
be.
the legislation will take so long to catch up to.
You practiced
everything
that word
needs to-
last night, huh?
Man,
'Cause
you
you
know,
know-
I was struggling
you know
all
what?
through that motherfucker.
Because you know what LA traffic will have you fantasizing about while you're sitting in it?
What?
Why can't I just have a flying car?
Man, there are
you
times
ever
I
just
wish
be
I
in
could
traffic
press
like
a
I wish I
button,
could just fly
just
over
get
the
up,
Fly
fucking
over
car,
car.
traffic.
just-
I already
just
know
jump
when
off
that
of
shit drops, I'm not getting one for the first 10, 15
Because niggas
years.
gonna be hitting each
Oh
other
yeah,
every
that
5
first
I need them-
generation is gonna crash.
I
all
need
through
them
the
to work
place.
the kinks out.
Yeah,
fucked up.
and then also
be
like
down here.
yo, you got drunk drivers. Imagine dealing with a
In the
drunk
air?
flyer.
I mean,
Hell
just
no.
think if life was like how it was on the Jetsons. Like they was flying little shit. in
That
the
shit
air.
was chaos.
Yeah.
That was chaos.
You would need force fields on buildings to make sure people don't fly.
So
into
how would
buildings.
they regulate that? Like would they regulate that like the way they do air traffic control now?
Probably.
So
would
then
have
there
to.
would be stop signs and stuff in the air.
It would have to be some type. Well,
would have
the
to.
concept of a stop sign, yeah.
You think we'll see that in our lifetime? Flying cars?
I don't know if we're ready for that, man. Humans are reckless
I
as
don't know.
fuck, bro.
Technology is going so fast right now. It's hard to say.
I mean, because I thought I come from an era where nigga, I didn't have a cell phone when I was a kid.
You've seen it all.
I've seen some shit, so it wouldn't be that far out of the realm of possibility.
What was the first car like?
Shut up, fuckboy.
He didn't know he could fit.
Shut up, asshole. All right, guys, this has come to the end and conclusion of another episode of the Internet is
Yes,
Undefeated.
sir.
And speaking of ends and conclusions, we have reached a point where we are coming to the end of an era at all death for Doughboy.
No.
Yes, if you guys ever look into history, I've been one of the people who's been around since about 2013, 2014. I have it tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
And
life
just
is
kind of
gang
where
gang.
how my career has gone, it's time for me to be moving on, doing different things in my life. So as sad and difficult as this is, this shall be my last episode of Internet Defeated. Internet is Undefeated. I mean, that is, of course. I mean, I know I'm always family.
Yeah.
I can always come back as a special guest.
Of course.
But I shall be handing the reins over to my portly friend here.
that wasn't the time.
He is definitely a channel favorite, definitely a good friend of mine. And this is definitely a bittersweet moment. I mean,
Yeah.
guys that I came up in the game with, Patrick, you know what I'm saying? Like different, we've grown together. We're almost like family, and you guys will always be family. But just kind of where in my career, where it's going now, got different interests, different things that I want to explore. So it has stopped. It started with me saying, hey, I couldn't no longer be a full-time employee.
Right.
And then even shortly after that, it was just like, well, now it's time for me to just kind of go and, do my own thing, kind of see what I'm going to be. So this will be my official last episode. I'm going to miss you guys like
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
But
Same
I will
here.
be tuning in every Thursday because you guys are my friends and you guys do really, really good content.
Hey, man.
And I love you. So, yes,
Doughboy
yes,
is
sir.
going on a nationwide buffet search. So he's gonna be trying all the
Trying
best
to
buffets.
He's coming to your city.
He's coming to a buffet near you soon.
But yes, Tahir will be taking over as my co-host for the future.
Yes.
So yes, welcome, sir. Welcome to the
Thank you,
internet
man.
is undefeated,
I'm
man.
excited to be here, man.
You're just weird enough for this show, man.
Yeah, man. It's a big seat to fill because Doughboy was sitting in
Shut
it,
up.
but I am looking
You have to
forward.
check the suspension on that thing.
Tires need to be
Adjust
rotated.
it accordingly.
But yeah, man, I know you guys definitely keep the torch going. I'll definitely come by and harass you guys from time to time.
Please
But,
do.
Yes, sir.
Man, keep that thing rocking, man. Make sure you guys tune in.
Hey.
Stay locked in.
Every Thursday, the internet is
Man.
undefeated.
And well wishes to Doughboy on his new endeavors.
We hope you find that buffet.
Yeah, man. And I know great things are going to follow you wherever you go, my boy.
Absolutely.
And then he just celebrated 500 days of sobriety.
500
Hey,
days,
give it
son.
up. That's what's up.
500 days.
Hey.
We went out that night and celebrated. And he took gravy shots, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
It was.
That was take longer than Hennessy because you gotta wait. 'Cause
It just comes down
Yeah.
slow, like syrup.
It's like, why are you acting drunk? Doughboy? Man, I love you guys.
Turkey gravy.
Oh
I
man,
fucking love you guys.
But nah, man, you guys definitely keep doing your thing, man. I love you all. My All Dead family. You guys will always be my family. Keep rocking.
So,
for
And
sure.
share the video, like the video, all that good stuff.
All
and
that
they
good
will see
stuff.
you next week.
we
Motherfucker.
have the internet's undefeated, and we in your house.
Yeah. All right.